goodness, about traffic. And we went down that road a lot the last time we heard this issue. So Mark, can you give us an update on where DOT is on correcting all the signalization that the city is going to do sometime?
And would you want to be deferred to right now, or you want to go ahead and get into it?
I prefer to be deferred.
Status report.
Frankly, I don't really have anything new to tell you. This is an ongoing issue, working with the DOT, and it's still ongoing.
Are we going to have a status report the next time we hear this?
Sure.
Or do we need to go down and knock on the door and ask them to?
I'll be happy to, I'll even print out some of the correspondence and be sure to put it in your packet.
We don't need any correspondence. All we need is, when are we going to be able to fix that traffic problem?
And as soon as I have a firm answer to that, I'll be happy to pass it along.
And I would advise the neighbors who are working so diligently against this, that one of the things that they do between now and next time is go call DOT and ask them when they're going to allow us to fix your traffic problem, okay? We're going to do it, but we can't do it until they allow us to do it. So if you folks would just use a little bit of your time and effort on that behalf, because we already have your position on this issue, it would be greatly appreciated.
Mr. Chairman, I would call the question, please.
Question's been called. Those in favor of the motion to defer? Ayes?
Aye.
Opposition? Ms. Smith, you got your work cut out for you. I can't tell you how grateful we are to have you here. Last time this was before us, I think it was implied that it might be beneficial to find some outside counsel, and I look forward to seeing you guide this one through.
Thanks very much for your time this evening.
Rezoning 09-001, concurrent variance 09-006, property located at 5395 Roseville Road. Applicant Church of Scientology, to allow for a church in the existing building.
Galloway, it's a pleasure to see you tonight.
Pleasure to see you. Members of the board, my name is Woody Galloway with Dillard & Galloway. I'm here representing the Church of Scientology in this request for rezoning and for variances. This application concerns 1.78 acres of land located at Roswell Road and Glen Ridge Drive. The property is currently zoned O&I. We're seeking rezoning to O&I to change the use from office to a church use and allow the existing 43,916 square foot building to be converted to that use. The issues that have arisen in this case have primarily centered around traffic and parking. The use isn't much of an issue. But one of the issues that surfaced in the staff analysis, which was just released on Friday, was with regard to parking. They indicated that they would recommend a less density than what we were requesting based on the number of parking spaces that we have on the site, but would consider recommending the square footage that we do ask for if we were able to provide a parking study or parking analysis that would verify the demands of parking on site. To that end, we would like the opportunity to do that, and we would ask that this planning commission recommend a deferral in order for us to be able to provide that parking study so that staff will have the information they need and the city council will have the information they need. You will have the information that you need in order to make your recommendation, and we can go forward with this. So therefore, I would ask for a deferral. I'd like to reserve the remainder of my time. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else speaking in favor of the application? Opposition to the application? No opposition. Okay.
Aye.
I'm Jane Kelly. I live at 4590 Windsor Park Place, and I'm here tonight on behalf of the High Point Civic Association, representing approximately 600 residents. We oppose this rezoning as proposed on the basis of it potentially creating a public safety hazard and setting a dangerous precedent on required parking. First, they wish to increase the square footage of the building, yet decrease the number of parking spaces. We've been told by the applicant that this church operates differently than traditional churches, which draw the greatest number of people for Sunday services and have a large portion of their space as a sanctuary. Also, that this building would be used more for classrooms and offices than for Sunday services. In fact, the drawings show 8 large meeting rooms in addition to the chapel. So why should parking be based solely on the size of the largest assembly area, a small portion of the space? Legally requiring only 47 parking spaces for over 43,000 square feet, which they will grow into, seems unrealistic. We agree with staff that a shared parking requirement seems reasonable here. We encourage the church to have a chapel, but also to have adequate parking. Second, this intersection has limited turn lanes and misaligned entrances to residential properties, making it dangerous now. Additional traffic without intersection improvements will make a bad situation worse. Third, legally requiring only 47 parking spaces for a building of over 43,000 square feet will set quite a precedent to follow in the future. We support the applicant's request for a deferral. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further opposition?
Good evening. My name is Patty Burns, and I live at 5400 Roswell Road, Round Hill Condominiums. I'm on the board there. And I thank the Planning Commission for hearing our concerns about the rezoning of 5395 Roswell Road and about the intersection of Roswell Road and Glenridge Drive. Actually, I forgot my...
Don't hurt yourself.
Probably going to be difficult to stay from where you are. I'll do that if I can. Right here you see, there's a little, take the mic with you. Okay, Fulton County installed a light about 200 feet. Right here is the light, and this is the entrance of Round Hill. And the purpose of that light was to stop the traffic so the homeowners and taxpayers of Round Hill could come in and actually exit out of Round Hill.
Just a second. If there's anybody else that wants to see this, you're welcome to walk up here and share.
I actually have maps.
Okay,
And
well, I know there's applicants and there's attorneys and there's staff that probably are trying to see what's going on here. And we appreciate us getting it. This is a community operation here.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, they put this light here so we could exit here and go south. Actually turn north. The light is right before a curve, and many drivers coming around this curve do not see the light, and they run it often, and they're usually going about 30 to 40 miles per hour, and unfortunately we've had a lot of homeowners involved in accidents by trying to exit the condominium. So that solution didn't work. In front of the entrance of Round Hill, in the middle of the road, right here, is a